Good evening, welcome to Cardiff City TV.
What a finish, what a goal!
Well, welcome to Matchday Live, welcome to Bloomfield Road, the home of Blackpool of course. You can see what's behind us in the background, the famous Blackpool Tower. More importantly, key team news here for Sabri Lamouchi's side today. 3 changes from the side that started against Swansea last weekend. Callum O'Dowda drops out of the squad altogether. I'm afraid he's still struggling with a groin strain picked up on international duty. Joe Rawls will continue to deputise, we believe, in the left wing back position. Elsewhere, 2 other changes. Marlo Romeo is back into the side, as is Romain Sawyers and Connor Wickham. So those 3 come in place of the injured O'Dowda, Shea Ojo and Andy Rinomhota. So City line up as follows. We think it'll be in goal, of course, Ryan Allsop. And then in defence, this is where it gets slightly interesting. Jayden Philogene started at wing back in the last game, but Romeo back in the side here today. So ostensibly he'll start there with a back 3 of Mark McGuinness, Cedric Kipre and Perry and G. Joe Rawls, we think, will be in the left wing back berth. Ryan Wintle and Romain Sawyers as the deep lying midfielders. Philogene in the 10 role, and then a top 2 of Connor Wickham and Sorry Kaba, who scored of course late in the derby. On the bench for City, Jack Anik, Shea Ojo, Jack Simpson, Ruben Colwill, Mark Harris, Andy Rinomhota and Isaac Davis. Well, it's a massive game today, of course. Both sides battling at the foot of the table, as we know. Mick McCarthy in charge of Blackpool, and in terms of his team selection, well, the notable inclusion on the team sheet for us is Curtis Nelson. He scored at either end for Blackpool this season. In fact, having spent 3 seasons at Cardiff City, he starts today, as does goalkeeper Chris Maxwell, Welsh international, born in Denbighshire. He'll has had a decent season. In fact, Cardiff will know all about his qualities between the sticks. So Blackpool line up as follow. In goal, Chris Maxwell. Captain, Callum Connolly. James Husband, Jordan Gabriel. Josh Bowler, attacking midfielder. He can do danger, as we've seen in previous years. Sonny Carey, Dom Thompson, Morgan Rogers, former Man City man Ian Povder, Charlie Patino and Curtis Nelson. On the bench for the Tangerines, Daniel Grimshaw, Lewis Fiorini, Casey Anderson, Kenny Dougal, CJ Hamilton, Andy Lyons and Luke Garbett. So we're an hour or so away from kick-off here in sunny Blackpool. It's a massive game, of course. There's 2,000 Bluebirds here today, enjoying the sunshine and a few beers, no doubt. But there's some serious business to do. It's all about the 3 points today. So, big week, of course, disappointment, heartache last weekend, but just what's it been like this week for you and the other coaches and the senior players?
Difficult couple of days, I'm not going to lie. We needed to pick up the players, we needed to pick ourselves up as well. You know, massive game for ourselves, for the club, you know, so very disappointed. But in football, the beautiful game, you got games coming very quickly, so that's the good things. We want to put that behind us, so we want good performances, and most importantly, we want a good result today.
I remember back when you were a player, we lost to Wolves, those 2 penalties in extra time, just how critical it was to put it behind us and move on, and you were a big part of that. What was it like this week in that sense?
Similar, to be fair, Mark, is very similar. You're absolutely spot on. It was very disappointment back then. It was after this weekend. I think what we got to do is pick ourselves up. You know, I know it's very difficult because the game means so much for us and the club, but at the end of the day, football is all about, you know, how you react from it, and that's what we want to do today.
Now, that's enough questions about that. We've got to draw a line under it and look to today. Blackpool today, of course, in the same battle as us towards the foot of the table. Massive game. Huge,
and all we care about today is the result. You know, we want to put that way. Like you said, it's going to be a battle until the end with them, and if you want to stay in this league, you have to beat the team around you, and that's what we want to do today. 1 or 2 boys missed out, of course. The gaffer said in his pre-match yesterday, no Keon, no Robbo. O'Dowda was looking unlikely as well. So
maybe a little bit of tweaking needed?
Yeah, I mean, we've been working on it the last couple of days, and listen, the big players for us is just going to be big miss, but you know, that's an opportunity for the other lads to step in, you know, and hopefully they will do that today. But we got one or two ideas how we can beat them, and hopefully it will work out.
And finally, 2,000 City fans who look like they've been on water.
Listen, I was talking with the gaffer on the bus just now. He said, "Oh, you think it's going to be busy?" I said, "Listen, it's going to be very busy. It's the weekend. We know our fans traveling in numbers. I've got no doubt they're going to behave. They're going to enjoy the game, and hopefully we can give them a good result."
Good luck, mate.
Thank you.
Top 5 in association with the Big Yellow Self-Storage Company.
Great pushing header to Robinson. Oh, lovely work from Calvin Robinson. Shakes free of the attempted foul. Oh, what a ball with the outside of his boot. And Tete! Oh, yeah. Lovely goal, lovely finish. Cardiff justifiably ahead. And what a way to get off the mark.
Listen, the finish is great, but the ball from Callum Robinson is unbelievable, by the way. Outside of the right foot, what a ball. The turn was brilliant, but the pass, listen, sublime. He deserves his goal from where he's been, you know.
Sides. Dropping deep, Jopra's away here. Here is Michael Jopra, takes the shot on early and scores. Well, dreadful defending from Blackpool. Fantastic finish by Jopra. Could have even took a touch, but took it early. And it was a tremendous finish.
Holding on the left with the throw, long towards the edge of the 6-yard area. Cleared away by the Blackpool defence. It comes out to Ray, far side of the area. Scottish international tries to flick it in field. He does, he finds Sinclair. Long cross coming in, Thompson waiting, heads it down across goal. Chance here for Ramsey, getting the ball back to Whittingham. Shot is blocked, and the shot coming in from McPhail is a goal to Cardiff City.
Absolute starting with Trevor Sinclair, cross to the back post, Thompson in it back, Ramsey laid it on. And what a fantastic left foot drive, keeper has no chance. Stephen Dale.
Whittingham.
He fooled everybody. Peter Whittingham beats Matt Gilts at his near post. You'd have to say it was arguably the goalkeeper at fault there for not really seeing what Whittingham was planning.
Yeah, there's very little celebration from Peter Whittingham, and you don't really know whether that is what he thinks is a goalkeeping error rather, or whether it's just Peter Whittingham being Peter Whittingham. Good evening, welcome to Cardiff City TV.
What a finish, what a goal.
City, of course, let's be positive and optimistic. I've given you the worst case scenario there. The Bluebirds can go above Reading and indeed QPR today, who were only 1 and 3 points above them respectively. City with a better goal difference than QPR. So best case scenario, we travel home in 19th. Worst case, Bluebirds could drop into the bottom 3 today. So a hell of a lot on this game. And as far as the Bluebirds are concerned in terms of team news, well, there's plenty to talk about. No Callum O'Dowda. He just about managed to make it for the South Wales derby, came off at half-time. He doesn't make it today, though, I'm afraid to say, and misses out entirely on the matchday squad. So Joe Rawls, the captain, will continue to deputise, at left wing back. City lineup as follows then. Ryan Alsop in goal. Marlon Romeo into the side at right wing back, with a back three of Mark McGuinness, Cedric Keeper and Perry and G. Rolls at left wing back. A deep line two of Wintle and Sawyers, who returns to the side in place of Andy Rinomhota, with Philogene moving from right wing back into the number 10 slot. Connor Wickham starts alongside Sorry Cabot. On the bench for City then, Jack Anick is joined by Shea Ojo, Jack Simpson, Ruben Colwell, Mark Harris, Andy Rinomhota and Isaac Davis. So 3 changes for City from the side that lost the South Wales derby, has started that game. O'Dowda missing out, of course. Rinomhota and Ojo dropped to the bench. Wickham, Sawyers and Romeo come into the starting lineup. Well, as for the hosts, as the two sides take to the field, Mick McCarthy, of course, in charge of them, City's former boss. They're without their talisman in midfield, Jerry Yates, which isn't a bad thing as far as City are concerned. And they've gone quite attacking, it must be said, in terms of their lineup and formation today. So in goal, Welshman, Denbighshire-born Chris Maxwell. A back four of Jordan Gabriel, former Bluebird Curtis Nelson, James Husband and Dom Thompson. In the middle, Callum Connolly, the captain, Sonny Carey and Charlie Patino. Up front, Josh Bowler, Morgan Rogers, former Man City man Ian Poveda. On the bench for the Seasiders, Daniel Grimshaw is the reserve goalkeeper, Andrew Lyons, Luke Garbett, CJ Hamilton, Kenny Dougal, Lewis Fiorini and Casey Anderson. So we're all set to go here at Bloomfield Road, with the famous Blackpool Tower just to our right here. This famous stadium near enough down on the seafront. Cardiff City in all grey away today. Blackpool in their traditional home colours. And Sam Roberts all ready to go for this one?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Mark. It's going to be a tough afternoon, as we know it's going to be an absolute battle. We know what Blackpool are going to offer, but at the end of the day, we're here to pick up points. And as you said, it is the quintessential 6-pointer today. You look at the Cardiff City lineup, there's players in there that maybe have something to prove. There's players in there that are going to want to come here and they're going to upset the apple cart. Maybe a few of them upset their former boss, Mick McCarthy. But yeah, all we know is we're in for a real battle. We're going to need a performance similar to what we put in for that 45 minutes against Rotherham. Hopefully this time we'll be able to see that out for 90 and get the 3 points we deserve. So yeah, I'm excited for this one, Mark, and I think everyone else should be.
Yeah, well, if it rains at half time today, I'll do a lap of the pitch naked, to be honest. It's clear blue skies. We're not going to have such dramas. Although it was weather was okay at the start of the Rotherham game, wasn't it? I wasn't there.
Absolutely beautiful, actually, Mark, the start of that Rotherham game, which is the hilarious thing. I commented pitchside just before the game started that we need a bit more of this in South Wales, and then everything that went on, and I couldn't believe it, tempting fate or what. But listen, we've got to put that behind us now. We've got to go there at the end of this incredibly long and battling month. But today that starts at Blackpool, and 3 points here against this lot could really put us in a better position in this relegation battle.
Well, fingers crossed.